Good morning everyone. Wow, it's going to be a scorcher today, I think. I've just been out and watered the garden and it's looking very good out there. So what did I write about yesterday? I wrote about dandelions and bindweed, and I said today I would talk a bit more about how these two weeds can help us to look at who we are, how we want to feel. This is so important. It seems so simple and so, what's the word, straightforward to do, but sometimes it doesn't feel like that. And there's an awful lot of people right now that are struggling. But the only way we change this is by changing the words we use. And my coach, Pete, has been talking all last week and will be talking this week about gratitude. Gratitude is very powerful and it can help to change the way you think and the way you feel. And how does it do this? If you're grateful for something, and even the things we think are really difficult to do, we've had some kind of problem financially or someone is ill in their life, my take on that is that I would see that as gratitude, because there is always two sides to every story, and sometimes when we're in the middle of it we can't see that. But whatever we go through in life are lessons for us to learn. And yeah, there's some fantastic things like now being in this house. But when my other half was going through his 4th bout of cancer, that didn't feel like that was a great time in life. But it did mean I had to find a way of acknowledging that and letting it go. And if I'd stayed in that thought, oh, I'm on my own, I can't cope, I can't do this, I might have missed some opportunities. And yes, I would have missed some opportunities. As much as I was happily married for 31 years, and yeah, we did have our arguments because he was much older than me. That was my choice. And something I understand now that I didn't understand then was sometimes when he was unwell, why he used to get angry. But then he was a prisoner of war. And many of his friends died during the Second World War as prisoners of war, but he made the decision that no matter what happened to him, he wasn't going to sit there and do nothing. He wouldn't talk about what happened to him during the war, but he learned how to cut men's hair. He found a way to mend their shoes. And this applies to however we feel today, whatever we're going through with financial problems. And yes, I've been there as well. You have to communicate. You have to make a plan. So if you want to feel good, you have to make a plan. So my plan is that I'm grateful every day. And one of the things of working with Pete, and I did do and I stopped doing for a while, is writing a journal. But the way his journal is laid out, he really makes you think about what it is you want to be grateful for that day. And yes, it can be the same thing every day. It doesn't have to be something different. I'm always very grateful for this house. I'm very grateful for what was done with me, for me, when I lost everything by being given a home. But I had to look beyond it. Yes, I had to talk to my creditors, of course I did. And even in times of stress, mental health has many names. Yes, there are times that medical intervention might be needed, but it's become too simple to take a pill when we can look at issues as self, and we can solve what is going on in our own mind by using simple techniques. Breathing is free. I've talked about this in my book. I had no money, so everything I had to do to turn my life around had to be free. My bank account was empty. So I could use meditation. I could go for walks. I wasn't very strong. I was very frail, but I would go for walks. I could do exercise at home. So all of those things cost me nothing to do. When I had a negative thought in my head, how am I going to find my way through this? My next answer to myself is, there is a way through this, but right now I can't see it. But I will keep an open mind to this. And yes, I did find a way through it. But all this work takes constant work. If you're an author, it's not actually writing the pages. It's actually the work you do after that takes the time to do. And I'm in the process of doing a free book and also completing another book, as well as the other things I'm doing. Anyway, I hope this is helpful to you. Please feel free to contact me if you are struggling, or even if you're not and you want to make a connection. You can find me through healingforlife.co.uk or on Facebook, where I'm talking to you from. Bye for now.